Hello, everyone, and welcome to another round of Driven by Speed, round 9 of the DBS Formula 1 Championship. And we are now going to the beautiful country of Brazil in South America for the Brazilian Grand Prix. We're at Sao Paulo at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, and it could be quite an entertaining race. Of course, we've had that in the past in real life, and hopefully we'll get that for today as well. We've got 18 drivers on the grid, one reserve driver for tonight. Lunacy will be in the Haas replacing Blocky Rex, and Butler, who is supposed to be in the AlphaTauri, will not be racing as well. Another thing to note too, the McLaren driver of James Cruz is not here at all. He left the server after intentionally crashing out at Singapore last week. So yeah, that's the little bit of the news on that front. We'll get the tires up there as well. Now to go over the race reports, there are a few incidents to go over. There were 3 of them, I believe. Yep, 3. So one of them was in qualifying, was an incident between Prezzo and Dan the Racer, where Dan the Racer was blocking Prezzo on his final qualifying lap, which resulted in Prezzo being pretty much being impeded on his lap. So as a result, Dan the Racer got a penalty point and a qualifying ban for this race. But he also received he also has 2 qualifying bans because he reached up to 5 penalty points. So he's not only served for this one, but he will serve for the next one as well. The second one is between Konas and Dan the Racer. I think there was an incident where I guess Conehouse and Dan the Racer were going up to record, and Dan the Racer slowed down, and some sort of I don't know what corner it was, but apparently Conehouse got damage from it, and Dan the Racer did not provide any footage, so there was no further action, but Dan did receive a penalty point for it. Another one was, and this was caught on stream last week, Prezzo and Vision had an incident where Vision spun out at turn 2/turn 3 at Singapore and re-entered in an unsafely manner. As a result, Vision got a 10-second time penalty and a penalty point, resulting in demoting him to 9th place behind Jack. So, with that being said, we'll go over the standings just real quickly. The standings are looking like this. Absolute Unit leading the way with 214 points, a 59-point lead over Banana Cake Pie, who's in 2nd place with 155 points. Big Chich in 3rd with 132. Can't Do Crap in 4th with 128. Curving Texas in 5th with 126. Also back in after missing out last week. Tim Ant in 6th with 110. Tied with Bada with 110, matter of fact. Iconic Q in 8th with 106. Blocky Rex in 9th with 101. Lane Everingham completes the top 10 with 81 points. Dan the Racer in 11th with 70. False Equation with 66. And 12th, Conehouse in 13th with 61. The AlphaTauris walking up 14th, 15th with Butler with 54. And Honest Quick with 51. We'll exclude James because he was supposed to be 16th with 39. 17th is Vision with 33. 18th is Reed with 21. Stonetel with 18 points in 19th place, and Orphan Drop rounds off the rest with 16. Constructor standings looking like this. Alpine leading with 280 points, just 15 points ahead of Aston Martin with 265. Red Bull in 3rd with 195. Haas at 171. And 4th, McLaren in 5th with 165. Ferrari in 6th with 161. Mercedes in 7th with 150. Alfa Romeo tied with AlphaTauri in 8th with 105. And Williams completes the rest of your field. So that is the rest of the standings, race reports. So now we can go ahead and focus on qualifying. So as you can see right now, Can't Do Crap is leading right now with a 1 minute 7.647, followed by Absolute Unit with a 107.654. BCP in third with a 107.7, and Jack, who's actually, oh, this is quite surprising for me to see him up there, has a 107.8. Vision in fifth with a 107.9. Make that Tim and going to pole position with a 107.3. Iconic Q falls with a 107.6. Very good lap indeed there from the Aston Martin driver. I don't think he's got a pole just quite yet, so he might be in line for that. So right off right now, oh, hello, Reedy. That's you spinning there at June Sao. Has a 108.1. Lane has a 108.1 as well. Conehouse with a 108.4. Prezzo has a 108.7 on the medium tire. That's actually a pretty respectable lap. Chich, Spot Hard Curving, Dan the Racer's Lunacy, False, and Oscrook have yet to set a lap time. I'll get the lap times and everything up there for you as well. I haven't done that since I was just reading through all of the stuff that's been going on. Let's see who will be next across the line. I think that looks to be, let's see, one of the Astons are coming. I think that might be BCP. No, that's Tim Ant that's coming across the line. No, it's coming to the pits. Followed by, it looks like one of the Mercs of Prezzo going in as well? Or is that Church? No, it's Prezzo. And that is a McLaren that spun. That is Curving Texas at Purino. That's a bit of, oh no, that's not Purino. That's at the end of Fiordura, which is turn 6 or 7, I believe. So let's see. See, Banana, are you on a flying lap? It looks like you are. Let's see, coming down the straight. No, never mind. He's going to the pits. One of the Red Bulls looks like to be coming. Conehouse peeling into the pit lane. And Curving will bail on his lap. Lunacy hasn't validated his lap time. And yeah. Alright, looks like it's a pretty quiet pit lane at for the time being. We'll try to give you a guided tour of the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. And we'll ride along with Big Chich. He'll give us a guided tour of this place. There are 15 turns around this track. 10 to the left, 5 to the right, 2 DRS zones down the pitch straight, and 1 down the back straight, which is the retro posto. So coming up towards turn 1 at 320 kilometers an hour, braking at third gear to the first part of NS, and invalidates, unfortunately. We'll keep it alongside anyway. Round cover to Sol, opens the DRS, and it looks like he's slowing down actually. So we'll gloss over that. We'll follow Falston instead. He'll give us the guided tour of the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. Opens the DRS up to 8th gear, speedo climbing up past 320 kilometers an hour, braking just past 50, down the Senna S, 3rd gear, hugs the curve there on both curves at the end of the Senna S, round cover to Sol at turn 3. There's a yellow flag there at the 2nd sector, down the Retro Posta, and oh, hello. Oh, what's going on there? Alright, round turn 4 through Descida de Lago, turn 5, up the hill, up 7th gear, speedo climbing up to 295 kilometers an hour, 6th gear through Ferradura, and now rounding about towards turn 8, and then towards turn 9 of Purino. Up the hill again into turn 10 of Bico Tapato, as it's called, and now rounding turn 11 of Magulio, and then June Sao, the famous corner that you may remember from 2008 when Hamilton overtook Timo Glock to win the championship for the very first time in his career. Down the pitch straight, and he'll be peeling the pits. But that is your quick lap around this place of Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. Let's see, who can we find that's on a flying lap. Prezzo's about to start his. Lunacy is as well. Might be Orphan Drop coming to the line. and sets a 107.5. Really good time there from Jack. He might be actually qualifying well. Get a good qualifying here. We'll see. Chich goes to 11th with a 108.3. One of the Aston Martins about to cross the line. Tim, can he go even quicker? Oh no, I thought that was just him trying to start a lap. Never mind. And now we got one of the Alpha Towers coming to start his lap of Honest Crook. And Iconic Q is peeling into the pits. BCP about to cross the line. One of the Ferraris about to cross as well. Kenta Crab to start his flying lap. Banana Cake Pie crosses the line and goes 107.343. Now he goes into pole position and is making it right now an Aston Martin 1-2. Absolute Unit did a lap a little while ago, did a 107.4, put himself into third. Also, from what I'm hearing, is that he also is running in cockpit cam for tonight's race as well. So we'll see how he pans out as Lunacy goes. Whoa, yeah, it's very deep there, Lunacy. Way deep into the runoff area. He goes to fourth with a 107.447. Just about a 10th off of Banana for pole position. But it's fairly close so far, separated by at least 7/10 between the top 8. But Vision also crushed out of qualifying while I was watching all that stuff going on, apparently. Apologies if I didn't catch that. Let's see, one of the Alpines about to cross. Absolutely way down his time, but he's going to be doing another lap. And Honest Crook about to start his. Right behind him, just behind him, as one of the Alphas has gone off into the runoff area. And I think that is Reedy. Chich is also out of qualifying as well. How did he retire? I guess I'm not good at keeping track of people retiring today. Looks like one of the Alpines backed off. That would be absolutely getting out of the way. So one of the McLaren's about to cross the line. Curving Texas. See what lap he can pull off. I don't think this will be a representative time, as he's got no front wing. How's he done that? Well, that's interesting. Let's see, we got Reedy. No, that's not it was. It's Iconic Q. That's about to cross to start his lap. So Honest Crook will be the closest. Apparently purple in the middle sector. See what he can do as he about to cross the cross the line. Honest Crook goes into goes into 15th with a 1:08.9. False about to cross the line. Now 1:08.2 for the Alpine driver. Going very slowly. He is out of fuel, as you can see, with the red indicator. Reedy about to go into the pits with him. So never mind on that. Lane hasn't validated his lap time, so he'll try to get his lap going again if he has enough fuel. Seems like he does. Don't see the red indicator of the fuel light, so. Iconic Q? Nope, you're invalidated as well. Never mind. Who can we find? Let's see, Tim will probably get started on his lap shortly. Lucy will as well. They're on out laps right now. Well, about less than 5 minutes left here in qualifying. Right now it's an Aston Martin 1-2. Banana's looking pretty good right now and could be in his line for his first pole position, but will Tim have a response for that? We'll ride along with the Aston Martin driver as he's about to get started on his what could possibly be his final lap. We'll see. Down through the center S, third gear, up to fourth. Nice little exit there from the way it looked. Short shifting quite a bit there through those corners as well. DRS open. And first sector says up by nearly half a tenth. Through turn 4, just see the Delago. Through turn 5, up the hill, up the crest to Fioradura, 5th gear, back up to 6, down to 2nd gear, and then into 3rd gear through Piorino. Up the hill again, 6th gear, down to 3rd, down to 2nd, back up to 3rd. through Magulio, turn 11. Second sector says he's down by 2/1000 of a second. As Iconic Q now goes to pole position with a 1 minute 7.247. But does Tim have enough in the final set to get pole position? Crosses the line. No, he does not. He's only down by 16 milliseconds. Lunacy will be the next to cross the line now. Cantu Crab about to start his lap. Lunacy aborts his lap, so he will not set a lap. Conehouse aborts his lap as well. Curving will start his flying lap shortly. Oh gosh, voice is like really out apparently. And that is one of the Alpines going slowly of Absolute Unit, lane by the Williams. I think of Orphan Drop. Oh, hello. That was Lane. Or was that Lane behind? No, that was Orphan Drop behind. Never mind. But luckily, Orphan Drop was not on a lap. Lane is going to come in the pits. Lane is actually out of field as well. Let's see here. Kervin, I think, would be the next one to do the lap. I believe. No, actually, he absolutely would. No, never mind. Oh, Kirby has spun. Never mind. Well, he's not having the best of qualifying now, is he? He spun once again in the middle sector, this time up the crest of Furadura. And I think Absolutely is backed out of his lap, so he's not on a flying lap now. He was, but not anymore. And let's see. Ball's about to get started on his lap. So who we got closest at least? Let's see, Tim, are you pushing? Seems like you are. I think you're on a flying lap. I think Jack would be the next to cross the line from the way it looks. I couldn't see what his middle sector was. It didn't pop up for me, but let's see. Nope, never mind. He goes to the pits. A lot of guys are avoiding their laps. Come on, give me something. Banana's about to start his lap. This will be his attempt to try to get pole position away from Iconic Q. Well, there's a lot of traffic there from the way it looks there down the pit straight. Three cars came very close. That is very close. Leslie about to start his lap now, and the Mercedes Aprezzo is about to start his lap. That is very close, guys. Anyway, they're starting their laps now. Let's see. Curving invalidated already. Right now he's at a 125.6, and Jack has retired in the pit lane, I believe. And who's that behind? That would be Lane, right behind. About to get started on his lap shortly. Let's see what Absolute Unit is up to. See if he can improve. I think it showed that he was purple in the middle. He needs to be a 107.247. Crosses the line now. Goes to pole position with a 107 flat. A very good lap indeed, and that's qualifying over. Oh my goodness me! And Iconic Q has just clipped Lunacy and completely ruined his lap. Unless that was the AI, I'm not sure. But that's his qualifying over. That is very unfortunate there for Lunacy. Auto across the line, 108.1. Can't do crap. Can he respond? No, he cannot. He is invalidated. So that's his qualifying over for the Ferrari. Rady is also invalidated, so he will not improve at all. Now what about Lane? Can he have any response? He's up by nearly 2/10. Down the pitch straight, crossing the line, and goes into 6th place with a 107.5. Good enough for 6th place. Absolute Unit, the championship leader, back on pole position once again. Excuse me, once again. Pretty much showing exactly why he is the championship leader. He's been dominant qualifying this season. So far it's been that case. Looks like in this one as well. Ah, hello Alcatraz. Multi, to DNF, an admin to spin, fully vax driver to win, Texas top 10 finish. I can't remember who is the fully vax drivers. I think the only ones I know is Banana or Orphan dropping Prezzo. Anyway, there is your qualifying over. Absolutely on pole position. Look at that. The top 12 separated by a second from each other. O'Connor in second, BCP in third, Tim Ann in fourth, Lunacy in fifth, Lane Everingham in sixth, Orphan Drop in seventh, Can't Do Crap in eighth, Honest Crook in ninth, Vision in 10th. We'll go through the rest of the order once we get to the grid. But yeah, we'll see what the weather will be like. It usually can be pretty interesting around Sao Paulo, whether it could be dry or make it more interesting with wet conditions. Of course, this track is, like I said, is very famous for hosting like the final rounds of the championship. Some famous moments, like 1991 when Ayrton Senna got his very first win here at this very racetrack, winning his very first home Grand Prix. 2007, Kimi Räikkönen winning his first championship. And then, like I mentioned earlier, about Hamilton winning his first championship in 08. 2012, the fight between Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso that came down to Interlagos when Vettel got taken out on lap 1 at turn 4, but managed to come back and finish in the top 4 to claim his his third championship. Of course, this track is an all-time classic. It's one of my personal favorite tracks as well in the F1 calendar. Although there have been talks, I remember in the past, that they were trying to replace Interlagos because in 2019 there was a proposal that from President Jair Bolsonaro that he wanted to do a track at Rio de Janeiro. Of course, that basically caused a lot of conflict between the Brazilian government and F1, but as a result, though, it hasn't really gone forward, as far as I know. I do know, though, that in real life, that this track, or this race for this year, and actually onwards till 2025, because that's when the contract is up for races here in Interlagos, is that will be called the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, not the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's just because of all the conflict with, with all that, with the Brazilian government trying to get Rio de Janeiro as a track and all that. But that's just a little short story of it. But anywho, everyone's on the formation lap right now. So let's see at the top, the bottom 11, the bottom 10. I did not mention what the orders were. Konas is starting on the mediums in 11th place. Prezzo in 12th on the medium tire. Bordot in 13th on the mediums. The rest are on soft tires. Reedy, False, Chich, Curving, and Dan the Racer, who served the first of his 2 qualifying bans. He'll be serving his next one next race, which will be, let me think that it would be at China. But anywho, drivers on the grid. Cloudy skies in Sao Paulo. Maybe we might see some rain in the race. You'll never know. But we've got 36 laps to cover here in Interlagos. One-stop strategy is looking like what is looking like here at Sao Paulo. Soft, medium, or medium soft would be the preferred strategy. But anyway, here we go. 5 red lights for round 9 of the championship. It's lights out, and away we go. And Iconic Q gets a good start off the line. He will lead into turn 1 from the way it looks like, ahead of the Alpine, and he does. Ahead of Absolute Unit, into the lead goes the Alfa Romeo. From Absolute Unit, then Tim, then BCP. Lane trying to fight off Lunacy as they go down the back straight. Here comes Tim Ant down the inside. He's looking down the inside of Absolute Unit into turn 4. Absolute Unit goes very wide. He loses another place. He's lost 2 places already as they now make their way up the crest towards Viradura. Iconic Q leading the way. BCP now meanwhile getting past the Alpine. Breaks a little bit too deep. What is this camera angle? Come on. I need a good camera angle of this, guys. The Alpine now trying to go around the inside. He tries to Absolute Unit round Pirorino. Can he make the move stick? No, he can't. Not quite. Orphan drop though. Oh, an orphan drop is spun! He spun into the gravel. Oh no, not the gravel, the grass. And resets the track because that's what happens when you spin into the infield. You do get reset. But it's Iconic Q leading the way by 0.4 of a second between himself and Tim Ant. BCP right behind in 3rd. Absolute Unit in 4th. After dropping down 3 places. Lunacy holds on in 5th. Same with Lane in 6th place. Can't Do Crap in 7th. Vision in 8th. And Prezzo up to 9th place. A good start from him so far, making up a few places there on the opening lap. Oshkrook in 10th. Conehouse in 11th. Down the inside. Or around the outside, I should say. Goes Reedy. Can he? Oh, he can't make the move stick. He tried to go around the outside of Bodo, cannot do it. Of course, Bodo has said before that this track is not really his favorite. He's definitely hoping that his teammate can at least carry the burden of at least around Interlagos. But yeah, we'll see how this goes out for Bodo for sure. There's the predicted pitch strategy, like I mentioned, but it's not soft hard, it's soft medium that you can carry to the end of the race. Carry's made up a couple of places there on the opening lap. Jack right now is down in 18th place after spinning at the before June South, and that is Bodo going very. Oh, he's clipped the wall there at the pitch straight, up the hill down the pitch straight. I think he's got damage as well as now DRS is enabled. Tim's taking the lead as well at the Center S, but now Iconic Q will get DRS now that is lap 3, which is the point where DRS is now enabled. Here comes Absolute Unit around the outside of the Aston Martin. Can he make it stick? He goes a little bit wide. Cannot make the move stick, but he's under pressure now from Lunacy. He might compromise in there as he goes onto the grass a little bit there. Up the hill, he cannot make the move stick. The Haas has to stick back a little bit. I better keep my eye out the front for a little bit. Bodo's now dropped down to 18th place. I think he's got damage, and he did clip the barrier there as Iconic Q's lost time as well. Oh my goodness me. I think that explains why. He got a little bit squirrely there in the middle sector. That's allowed Tim to now pull away, and now by 1.4 seconds. So now Tim's in a much more comfortable spot right now. And sets the fastest lap of the race again with a 1:10.1. But his teammate Banana Cake Pie will bring the pressure on the Alfa Romeo ahead of him. There's absolutely behind. There's Lunacy. A little bit of a train going on. Lane under pressure from Can't Do Crap. Yellow flags there. That is Prezzo. That has gone very wide there at Curva de Sol. Must have had a spin somewhere. He's gone further back to 14th, and has got no front wing as well for good measure. So there was an incident somewhere. Chich and Bodo have gone to the pits for new front wings. And Orphan Drop Ori has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Tim trying to at least pull away a little bit from the Alfa Romeo just so he doesn't get the pressure. But he looks like he's been having some pretty good pace. He was telling me earlier that he was feeling very comfortable around Brazil, and I can definitely see why. And now he's got DRS, but absolutely it's so close. He's going to go around the outside. Can he make a move around the Center S? Can he hook it? No, he cannot hook it around the outside. Let's see, back at the DRS again, down the Retro Aposta. One of the Ferraris getting a little bit interested, trying to get past the Williams there, and that is more yellow flags at the back. I think that might, ooh, what's going on here? And that might have been Reed. That might have gone off a little bit or something. Probably there for Prezzo there. I'm getting damage from some type of incident there in the midfield a lap ago. Unfortunately that he had no front wing. I wonder if he might have outbroke himself or against somebody somewhere. The gap hasn't really increased too much. Right now it's 1.7 seconds between Iconic Q and Tim. I want to see what the battery is right now. Tim's got a good amount. They both have got the same amount of battery. So they've been doing fun on that sort of department. It's quite easy to do around here as Lane gets passed by Can't Do Crap for 6th place. Meanwhile, Falls getting past Dan the Racer there. Lunacy though. What is this camera angle, guys? Come on. Around the inside of Absolute Unit, goes into 4th place. Goes the Haas. Absolute Unit not having the greatest of starts here in the opening 6 laps of this race. Started on pole, but he's dropped down 4 places. And he might be under more pressure though, as that now here comes the Ferrari of Can't Do Crap. Yellow flags further back, and that's curving. Oh, he is not having the greatest of races so far. That's the corner that he spun. He spun probably the beginning of qualifying, I think it was. Now the gap's increased more to 2.2 between the leader and 2nd place. Meanwhile, Vision getting past Lane Everingham. Can't Do Crap getting to the 5th place. Ferraris are now 5 and 6. Here comes Lane down the inside. No, he cannot make the move. He thought about it. He tried to switch it, but he couldn't make the move against the Ferrari. That's absolutely it. Oh, he's going to the pits early. Oh, he's got front wing damage. Oh, that probably explains why he was going so slowly. I didn't see he got damaged. I mean, I know in this game you can't really see visually when someone gets damaged. Like, if someone gets a light, like even a lime green damage, you can't even tell if they do. And he's lost his front wing coming out of the pits. How has he done that? Prezzo sets the fastest lap of the race. How has he done that? Just coming out of the pit lane exit. He's hit the barrier. Okay. Well, I've never seen that before from any league I've raced or commentated, ever. Well, the gaps are kind of separate on their own. Prezzo gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. And here come the Ferrari side by side. Wheel to wheel to the center S. Vision looking around the outside of his teammate. He's got it done. Whether that was tactic or not, he's through, but Can't Do Crap fight him back. No, but they're both critically low on battery. Further back, though, Conehouse and Alex Crook getting involved in a little bit of a scrap for the battle for 8th place. As they now make their way up the crest. And while the midfield having themselves a bit of a fight. Right now we've got a battle for 2nd, a battle for 5th, and a battle for 8th place. And also a battle for 11th place as well. As we are now at lap 8 of 36 here in Interlagos. Bananas just has the DRS, Lunacy has DRS, but they're just not close enough to do anything against Iconic Q. They just have to stay. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact there between Lunacy and Banana. Lunacy though, oh, he's peeking down the inside. Does he? Oh, there was not really enough room there for that ass to squeeze through. He just has to stay back. I think Banana is running a little bit of a downforce setup because he is not very quick on the straight line. From the way it looked, that makes sense why Lunacy was alongside him with DRS. As looks like Falls got ahead of Dan the race there for 11th place. And there's the bell for third, or second. There's the bell for 5th place. Tim looking absolutely comfortable out there. He is absolutely flying out there. 2.6 seconds. Let's see, going around, trying to think of the outside, but Banana covers him off. He just doesn't do anything there. Meanwhile, the Ferraris are still holding off. Well, the other lanes just pretty much playing follow along with the Ferraris. And Dan the Racer and Reedy side by side through turn 1, and that is Bodhan that has spun and lost his front wing for good measure. A virtual safety car has now been deployed. So now the field will slow down just a little bit. And he spun like coming towards turn 10. So he'll have to go in the pits, get a new front wing. I don't think the soft runners will come in just yet. I think it's a little bit too early to do anything just quite yet. Just got to be careful with the Delta though. Just make sure to not exceed it to get a drive-through penalty. Otherwise that's very costly error indeed if you do. Tim does not go in. What about the rest? Nope, they don't. We're back under green. And no drive-throughs, luckily. Here comes Lucy around the outside. Nope, does not. Banana just covers him off. And meanwhile, the Ferraris have swapped places again as Cantu Crap goes to the 5th place. Ahead of Vision. The Vision will get the DRS. He's a lot closer to the Ferrari. You see what happened with the Ferraris in 2019. Won't happen this time in 2021. Oh, but the Vision goes wide, and that opens the door for Cantu Crap and gets ahead. Lane, meanwhile, gets a 3-second time penalty for going wide there at turn 4 at Descida de Lago. And meanwhile, 2.3 seconds is the gap. Still close with the bell for 2nd place. Konaku just doesn't seem to have the pace at the moment to keep up with the Aston Martin. Falls gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings now. And Lane, unfortunately, has dropped out of DRS range to the Ferraris, so he will not have DRS to get up to them. He's got battery, but he doesn't have DRS to help him out to stay with them. Yellow flags, that is a Mercedes-Benz, that's Prezzo. Spun out at the same corner that Curving spun out on lap 6. He's got no damage, luckily. And now into the pits goes Cantu Crap. And was that a scheduled stop? Hot tires to the end. Well, they'll easily make it to the end, but they definitely won't feel that great. I don't know if he got damaged somewhere, or it might be an undercut attempt. But anyways, back out and he goes at the 14th place. Maybe he just wasn't feeling too good with the soft tires, I don't know. I didn't see he ever damaged, so I couldn't really tell. Around June South. BCP still clinging on. There's Lunacy still behind BCP. Making their way to the pit straight. DRS open for both. But obviously still not close enough. What on earth are these camera angles that they're giving me camera angles I don't need. I'm trying to look at the cars. Cars up closely. I'm not trying to like have these stupid little still camera shots. Lane goes into the pits. And what is this gonna go on? Medium tires. So that's to the end of the race. So guess this would be a response to try to be close to the Ferraris. Well, Cantu Crap is pretty much now a long, long ways ahead of Lane Everingham. So we got the overcut to work on him. Yeah, look at that, 2.4 seconds. It was at least a second The last time I checked. But both should make it to the end. While these three are still going at it. And Iconic Q's come in. He's going to the pits. This will try to respond to Lunacy and Banana. Tim is still out, so is Lunacy. Vision goes to 4th, who hasn't pitted. Cone has in 5th, who hasn't pitted. Same with Honest Crook. And Orphan Drop, they're all moving up now. And it is the medium tire for Iconic Q. Speed in the pit lane for Reedy. Their 5-second time penalty. And he will come out just ahead of Dan the Racer. So now these two have got to respond at some point. Lucy will bring dramatic pressure to VCP. Bottle gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Make their way through June Sao and up the hill. Is Tim coming in? Nope, he is staying out. VCP and Lunacy are coming in. Alright, so this is to respond to Iconic Q. Where is he right now? He is coming up the crest towards the pitch straight. 50 miles an hour. Reedy is out of the race. Will this be a safety car? It is a safety car. It is a safety car deployed. Oh, and Iconic Q has spun! Oh, and he was just about to get ahead. He was just about to get ahead of Banana and Lunacy, and he's fallen a couple of places. To make it worse, he's even fallen behind, can't do crap. And now Banana's out of the race. He's crashed into the safety car. Oh my goodness. Banana has just crashed into the safety car. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. You are kidding me. He's crashed into the safety car. I have not seen that in a while. Wow. Tim has come in. He's in the pits. He should be able to come out easily ahead of the guy pretty much battling with. Medium tire is obviously to the end of the race. He should make it through that easily. Yep, there you go. Mediums to the end. Vision, Conehouse coming in. So is Honest Crook and Jack. Wow. He's crashed into the safety car. Yep, and that's what, BCP confirmed that to me on the stream, that he got brake checked by the safety car. I figure that's exactly what happened. I caught the bit where his front wing was just like exploding in midair. And I thought they for sure crashed into the safety car. Oh my god. Alright, so rather Iconic Q, who should have been in second, is now in 4th, behind Lunacy and Can't Do Crap. And Chich is out of the way. Wait, where is he crashed? Is that? Oh, he's crashed on the straight. How is he? What on earth is this? He's crashed on the straight. Can we see if he's still? His car is still there? We'll follow on absolute unit. There he is. On the look. I don't know if you've done that. That's a straight. Did he misjudge coming into the pits? We've had 2 retirements under the safety car. 2! Reedy's wasn't a DNF under the safety car. That was just him crashing on his own. Unfortunately, he crashed. I think it was at turn 10. I want to say that, or leading up to turn 10. He might have crashed into the left side barrier. Well, this changes a lot. Absolute and Bottom have done 3 pit stops. I'm guessing Absolute must have got damaged somewhere too in the process. Oh my god. Right. That created some drama. At least we're now pretty much near the halfway point in this race. Whew. Now we just wait for the rest of the cars to catch up. We'll catch a little bit of our breath as well. Just calm down a little bit. Alright, so the running order is now Tim in first, Lunacy in second, Can't Do Crap in third, Iconic in fourth, Lane Everingham in fifth, Vision in sixth, Conehouse in seventh, Honest Crook in eighth, Orphan Drop in ninth, and False Equation rounding off your top 10. Dan the Racer in 11th, Kirby in 12th place, Prezzo in 13th, Absolute Unit in 14th, and Potter down to 15th. And just remember in this league, the top 15 do score points. So, everyone will score points no matter what. That is unless you DNF. We'll have one more lap under the safety car. At least I know now what the safety car will be this for Brazilian Grand Prix. Well, shit. I'm sorry. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix, not the Brazilian Grand Prix. I gotta get used to saying that now. Even though that's what it's called in real life, I'm still calling it the Brazilian Grand Prix, because that's what I'm used to. But yeah, look, we get the Mercedes-Benz safety car for that race. I wonder what we'll get for Mexico in two weeks. USA was supposed to be the Mercedes, but that never came out in real life during that time of yesterday's race. Tim just warming up those medium tires. He doesn't want to do what he did in the last time he tried to do a restart. If you remember last week, where he spawned at the final corner and basically not only took himself out, but 4 other cars involved. He's just hoping not to make that mistake again. He shouldn't be able to this time, because at least in this track, it's a straight. Or, well, when you try and get to the line. Well, unless you're church, then you just crash at the straight. I don't know. How on earth do you crash there? That's what I want to know. How? Alright. I think we should have the safety car come in now. Yep, there you go. Just when we got to the 100-meter board at June so. Safety car will come in at the end of this lap. Tim will control the field. He has so far led every single lap since the start of the race. Can he still keep it up? We'll have to wait and see. See when he goes. And he's going now. Didn't really catch Lunacy napping, but it's a decent start from those two. As they now make their way through the first corner. Around the outside goes Lane Everingham into turn 1. He can't make the move stick on that corner cue. He has to stay back a little bit. But he's got a bit of a dreadful exit out of turn 2. Oh, makes contact, and who is that that's on? That's President. And Curry's out of the race. Curry is out. He's crashed on the straight. Somehow he's crashed there. But he is out to the Grand Prix. Was there a contact between Prezzo and Curry? I don't know. He had to have been hit by a slower car out of that corner. Prezzo doesn't have damage, so I don't know. But anyway, doesn't trigger a safety car because that happened on the restart. So we're staying green, at least for now. Meanwhile, for the old False is having a... What's going on with him? He's going very slow. Has he got some sort of damage? He might, I don't know. See if he does come to the pit. Well, meanwhile, Tim and Lunacy have kind of separated themselves from the field a little bit from the Ferrari. Oh, Lunacy with a slide. There. No, it doesn't like False that's damage, so he's fine. He didn't go into the pit lane. DRS is not enabled just yet. It will be enabled at lap 21. That's why you don't see the rear wings open just quite yet. Akala meanwhile getting past the Ferrari of Cantu Crap to 3rd place. Cantu Crap does have a 3-second time penalty. He's going to have to try to push like crazy if he can. He just needs to get past Iconic if he wants to get a podium position, but gain 3 seconds or pray that the Alfa Romeo gets a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, we might see these two battle for the win. Maybe by the way of these things look. Lucy in the Haas replacing Blocky Rex for today's race. He's reserved. I think he's reserved twice so far. He reserved last week in Singapore in the McLaren for curbing. Reserved for Conehouse in Hungary. So, can he get his win? His highest place he's got is 3rd. Could he snatch a win here? He's got DRS. Not close enough for Tim. The Ferraris, though, meanwhile, are close. Vision. Oh, they make contact! Vision makes contact with Cantu Crap as they make their way through Decida to Largo and now turn 5. Cantu Crap on the hard tire. And Vision on the medium cup. Oh my goodness me. Very, very close indeed there from the Ferrari. Nearly losing it. Somehow managed to keep the car under control. That Haas there of Lunacy, he does seem like he has some pretty decent straight line speed from his setup. Right on board with the Haas as they now make their way down the pit straight. DRS enabled. He's not using any of his battery. He's got about 17% left of it. He's got the fastest lap now, but he's not close enough as they make their way down the center S. Through turn 2 and into turn 3. Tim gets a little bit of a squirrely exit there. Lucy will have the DRS once again. He's gaining on the Aston Martin. Gaining on the Aston Martin. Can't get past the Aston Martin. And that looks like a Williams of orphan drop. He has got damage at the exit of the Curva de Sol at turn 3. Well, that was very unfortunate. He had a very good qualifying session earlier and he's fallen back. Meanwhile, Prezzo getting ahead of False for 12th place. Around Mergulio goes the Haas and the Aston Martin and the Alpha. Still within DRS range. Oh, and Tim gets out of, he gets a very bad exit. This will give a lot of opportunity there for Lunacy. He's on the back of the Aston Martin. DRS open. Wide open for the Haas. And he takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Tim gets a very bad exit there out of June Sao. That unfortunately compromised him a little bit. His reign of lean every lap is now over, but he will have DRS, and he has more battery than Lunacy does. He's got, looks like to me, about over 35% battery. So obviously this will not be over yet. This is definitely going to be the race win for sure. The battle for the race win, I think, between these two. McConaughey, meanwhile, starting to pull away from the Ferraris. Down Magulio, down into June South. Tim will get the DRS once again. He got his very first win at Bahrain. He's looking for race win number 2 here at Sao Paulo. He's got DRS again. Can he retake the lead ahead of the Haas? Around the outside, even before the braking zone. Tim now retakes the lead of the race. Lucy getting a little bit of out of shape there. Lost at least about a couple of tenths. He has DRS still, but obviously he won't be close enough. And that is Orphan Drop spinning at, looks like at turn 9, and has lost completely of his front wing. Same corner. Oh, and Lucy almost had a moment there too. Getting all out of shape. A lot of these cars are not seem like they're getting themselves in good shape out of some of these corners. I know in Brazil there's a lot of low-speed traction zones that you've got to be very careful with. If you use no traction, of course. And Jack gets a 3-second time, or 5-second penalty, I should say, for speeding the pit lane. And he will soon be lapped by the leaders coming up the straight now. Ghosting isn't on, so he'll have to generally get out of the way. I think right now he's serving his 5-second penalty as well. Shouldn't be too much of a bother then. Well, Prezzo gets ahead of Dan the Racer. Lunacy closing in, not close enough. But they're pulling away from Iconic Q. That's the main thing they want to do, is pull away from the Alfa Romeo. And there's absolutely, he's gone back up to 7th after being down nearly to the bottom of the field a little while ago. It's not been the greatest race for the Alpine, but he's looking to try at least score some points. Won't have to worry about BCP threatening him because he is out of the race after crashing into the back of the safety car. Up the hill into the pit straight. DRS open for the Haas again. Tim trying to block away from the slip, get away from the slipstream. Or not give him the slipstream, I should say. Lunacy doesn't get close enough to make a move. Still getting compromised up in the dirty air. DRS again. I think what he wants to do though is try to save some battery. Stay within the Aston Martin of DRS. Do not make any mistakes. Save your battery till the end of the race and then try to pounce if you can. And then for this rate too, right now he got a battle for 4th place. At this rate, Absolute Unit could go into 5th place based off the penalties from Canty Crabtree Lane. Actually, it would be a pretty darn good recovery drive even after doing 3 pit stops. And yeah, there's Jack also. And there you can see on the interval, Jack is a lap down, like I said. Still not close enough. Haas trying to get past the Aston Martin. See how much battery. Yeah, he's definitely doing exactly what I've been saying. Because look at the steering wheel. He's got about nearly half of the battery left so far. He's just waiting and waiting and waiting. I know how Lunacy is. He's usually a pretty conservative driver. He's not very aggressive, so he just waits until the right moment comes and then he pounces. And that's exactly what he's doing. This is definitely smart driving there from the Haas, for sure. Meanwhile, in the midfield, still got the scrap for 4th. Or maybe make that a scrap for 3rd. Because Iconic Q's lost a lot of time. And he's under pressure from the Ferraris. And Lane and Absolute Unit. Iconic Q does not have a penalty, neither does Vision. He is pushing to try to get that podium place. Can he get past him? No, he can't. He's not close. Up front, 28 laps down and only down in this race out of 36. Absolutely gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be crucial for him to try to gain any sort of positions off of the penalties. Unless there's more penalties to come from the rest of the field ahead of him. Vision meanwhile closing in. Not close enough. Not going to make any sort of move there. Iconic just does not seem to have the race pace to keep up with Lunacy and Tim False, meanwhile, gets a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings for his troubles. And I think, speaking of someone in trouble, Iconic Q will definitely be in trouble because here comes the Ferrari of Vision. He's going to flip to the outside and goes past the Ferrari, or the Alfa Romeo, into third place. And look, meanwhile, Tim trying to break the slipstream from Lunacy. Prezzo gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. It's just a DRS train so far from 3rd to 7th place. Drop does get the fastest lap, so he will score that extra point. As Prezzo now gets, oh, he goes around the outside. Can he make, oh man, that was a bit of an adventurous move, but a good move nonetheless from the Mercedes-Benz. As Prezzo goes now into 9th place, but he has to push quickly to not be overtaken by Honest Crook on penalties. Well, further up. And now we begin lap 30 of 36. 7 laps to go here at Interlagos. Let's look at Tim's battery. I want to see what he's at. He's currently about 40%. Oh, he gets a bad exit though. That might give Lucy a chance here, as he's all over the gearbox of the Aston Martin. Here he goes around the outside into turn 4. Brakes later than the Aston Martin. Can he make the mistake? He goes off the track. Somehow, Tim holds on the position. Whoa, was some brilliant hard racing there. As Lane gets a 3-second time penalty, I'm guessing he ran wide of that same corner that he got a penalty earlier. But wow, that was absolutely close. Somehow that Aston Martin made that car as wide as possible. I don't know if Lucy got a warning for it, but he can still bring the threats on the Aston Martin. He's still got DRS to help him out. He used a little bit of battery just to try to catch up a little bit. Yeah, look how much he's closed up. He's closed up by like 4/10 on that straight. Down the center S. Using those curves very nicely indeed. And it will open the DRS again. He's got 51% of battery left. And he's obviously not close enough to get past the Aston Martin. And that is, someone's gone up, down. Oh, that's Prezzo. That's him battling with Honest Crook. And he does, they both don't have DRS. What? That's interesting. So none of them had DRS on that point. And Dan Racer, meanwhile, getting past falls for 12th. Back up to the lead, though. Still pretty much the same. Iconic Q had a bit of a moment. He's lost some time. Orphan Drop gets another penalty. Still just pretty much having a little bit of a sightseeing tour at this point. DRS again for Lunacy. Not close enough. 5 more laps to go here in Interlagos. This could be a good scrap for the midfield and for the race win, as it's looking more. Lunacy getting close, not close enough to get past the Aston Martin. A lot of pressure is absolutely it. Goes down the inside of the Ferrari. Can't do crap. He's moved himself into 5th place. Nice move there from the Alpine to get ahead of the Ferrari. Over drop another fast lap of the race. 108.6 on the soft compound tire. Pretty much just having himself a little bit of a joyride at this point. Trying to see whatever points he can score out of this. Oh, did Lucy might get out of DRS range? He doesn't have DRS. No, he doesn't. But he's using the battery to get close. He lost the DRS after being down by over a second at the DRS detection point, but he won't be not losing DRS now. He will get at this part of the track with it open and down the retro posta. Not close enough, obviously, but gains closer to the Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Iconic Q battle around the outside of Vision. Here they go through turn 4, round the outside. I could get a good angle on that, but he makes the move. Back into third, goes the Alfa Romeo, but does Vision fight him back? No, he does not. He holds back just a little bit. Some great scraps so far at the front and the midfield so far. Oh, Vision runs a little bit wide. That might help Unit get a little bit of impedance. And now they're stuck in a bit of a sandwich. Lane just hanging back there as well. You can see him there in 7th place. False gets a penalty. What's going to happen here is we now have 3 laps to go here at Interlagos. Not close enough for Lunacy to get through. But meanwhile, Vision gets through before the braking zone. Into 3rd place goes the Ferrari. But does Iconic Q have an answer for that? Does Lucy have an answer? No, he wasn't close enough. What does Iconic do here do? No, he's not close enough. Do. Oh, that's a little bit wide. Here comes Absolute Unit. He was all over the gearbox, but not close enough to do anything there. Oh, but he gets twitchy there. Does Absolute Unit respond? No, he doesn't. But he runs a little bit squirrely there at the exit. Here comes Can't You Crap right on the back of the Alpine. He can't make the move. Tim's had a horrible exit. I think he made a mistake somewhere at June South. Lucy with DRS. He's used up a lot of his battery as well. Here he comes around the outside. Does he make it? No, he does not. Tim puts that car in perfect position to hold him off, at least for the time being. But can Lucy respond as they go down the retro posta? We have 2 laps to go here in Brazil. Tim weaving his way through. Down the inside. No, he does not make the move. Lunacy just holds back. But he's lost a fair ground as well to the Aston Martin. He wasn't close enough to make a move just yet. But he's used up a lot of his battery. How much has Tim got? Well, he's got a fair amount. He's got over 20% so far. Iconic Q's got a 3-second time penalty. That's his chances over for the podium unless Vision gets a penalty. Then it's fair game. But this is the battle we have to keep an eye on. The battle for the lead. This is now going to be the final lap here at Interlagos, here for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Lunacy has just 7 tenths. Now 6, now 5.5. Not close enough, obviously, to make a move at the Aston Martin. He goes a bit deep. Tim gets a very good traction there at the exit of those corners. Around the curve of Sol. Lucy is using absolutely everything. Iconic Q is out of the race. No way, he's out. After fighting for the podium, he is out of the Grand Prix. He's crashed at turn 2. Up the hill, Lunacy right behind Tim. 5 tenths is the gap as they make their way up the hill. Through the middle sector. Lunacy has got to get very close. He's got to hope for Tim to make some kind of mistake. Tim goes, oh, he clips the grass, I think, at Pico de Palo. Around Magulio they go. Tim gets a very good line there. Hugs the inside line through June South. He's struggling here quite a bit. I don't think he's going to struggle here yet so far. Round the pitch straight. Lunacy will have the DRS, but is it close enough? Tim's used up all of his battery. I think Tim's got this. He's going to see the checkered flag. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix in spectacular fashion over Lunacy. Lunacy gets 2nd place. Vision comes home in 3rd. It's his first podium here in DBS. A great drive for him in the Ferrari. Absolute Unit comes home in 4th after being down near the rear of the field. Katu Crab 5th. Lane Everingham finishes in 6th place. A great drive here from the Williams. Konas in 7th. Lost Crook in 8th. Bono in 9th. And Trezzo completing the top 10 finish. Falls in 11th. Dan the Racer in 12th. And Orphan Drop, I think, will be classified as 14th because he was a lap down from everyone, including Iconic Q. So he will finish 14th, I think. And cross the line there. And he won't get the fastest ever. What a race indeed that was. Wow. Unbelievable. Great race. Vision gets driver of the day. I think we'll see how many positions he gained. Oh, wow. But there you go. Tim and back on top of the podium for the 2nd time this season since Bahrain. What a well done drive. And of course representing the Ecuadorian flag as well. Lucy gets himself a 2nd podium as well as best finish, finishing in 2nd place. And Vision, a great drive from him as well, 3rd place. Getting his first podium in DBS F1 series. Look at that gap that from 1st to 2nd. About only nearly 4 tenths. That's how close it was. Very close driving between these two. Give big props. Vision, I should say. Gaining 7 places from 10th to 3rd. Good drive from him. Absolutely it. Finishing in 4th, Canty Crab, Lane, Conehouse, Honest Crook, Bodhard, Prezzo, Dan the Racer, False, Iconic Q, and Orphan Shop finishes in 14th. Obviously, he did cross the line as one of the running cars, but he was a lap down. Curving, Chich, BCP, and Reedy completes the order. That was quite a magnificent Grand Prix. That was absolutely magnificent. I think that was probably the best race I've actually commentated so far. I'm not even kidding about that either. I think the best race since Bahrain. How ironic is that, because Bahrain is one where Tim won as well. But yeah, great race. Great race from everyone. That was absolutely fantastic. Drama and just lots of excitement overall. Very fortunate from BCP, though, who crashed into the safety car in the race. Kirby could have unstalled. Oh, Alcatraz. But congratulating Tim and Vision for their finish. Tim gained his 2nd win, and Vision gained his 1st ever podium in this series. Wow. Gonna catch my breath here for just a minute. Whew. But yeah, that honestly was a fantastic race here at Interlagos. I'm definitely can say that was a great race to commentate for sure. So there's still plenty more to go to come here, folks. We're nearing the halfway point. Next week will be. Oh, did I tile this round? Oh shoot, I tiled this round 9. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. It's round 10. I'm very sorry about that. But anyway, oops. Anyway, I'll make sure to fix that title. But anyway, the next race we will go to is round 11 at China. That'll be an interesting one to watch. Of course, that track hasn't been run since 2019, and well, since before coronavirus took place. But yep, that is where we are going. We are going to Shanghai Chinese Grand Prix. Another Tilka track, but it's a track that I kinda like and don't like. A lot of drivers don't like it, but I don't blame them for it, because it's mostly a track with a lot of dirty air to be involved. But anywho, big congratulations to all three. Congratulations to Tim for getting your 2nd win. And I think I'll cut the stream right here. Until then, my name has been Katie1997. Thank you very much for watching, and good night to you all.